All right, so we're back and ready to dive deep into some seriously interesting stuff. We're going to be looking at the Democratic Party. Things haven't been, well, easy for them, especially after the 2024 election. There's a ton of analysis out there trying to figure out what exactly happened, and that's what we're going to unpack today. So, the big question everyone's asking is what went wrong? Democratic leaders are definitely asking themselves that same question, doing some serious reflection on the election results. And there's just so much to consider. Campaign strategies, how they connected or didn't connect with voters. But one specific incident keeps coming up. It involves Sean O'Brien. He's the president of the Teamsters Union. Now, apparently, Vice President Harris had a conversation with him, and, well, from what we're hearing, she kind of downplayed the importance of getting the Teamsters endorsement. And, the Teamsters are a big deal, a powerful union. They've got a long history of being involved in politics. For almost 30 years, they've endorsed presidential candidates consistently, but not this time. This time, they decided not to endorse anyone. And a lot of people think that Harris's conversation with O'Brien might have played a role in that. It kind of points to a bigger problem. The Democrats seem to be facing a perception problem. Voters, even some who have supported Democrats in the past, are saying they feel like the party just isn't in touch with their needs. Navigator Research, their public opinion and research group, did some polling and found that a lot of voters think the Democrats are more focused on woke issues and, well, the concerns of elites. They just don't see the Democrats as understanding the everyday struggles of working-class Americans. And this perception, this disconnect, could have been a major factor in why they lost the election. And then there's the whole thing with campaign finances. I mean, remember all the headlines about record-breaking fundraising? Well, it turns out Harris's campaign is still in debt. Like $20 million in the red, even after spending a massive amount, something like $1.5 billion. That's definitely raised some eyebrows. There are reports of some pretty extravagant spending, things like luxury items, and then there were big payments made to media consultants who were pretty closely connected to the campaign. So, yeah, there are calls for a full audit to figure out exactly how all that money was spent. I mean, they lost, and they're still in debt, so it's a valid question. So where do the Democrats go from here? What's next for them? Well, there's a lot of internal debate happening right now within the party. Some members are pushing for a stronger focus on economic policies that really resonate with working-class voters. They're saying things like income inequality and job security need to be front and center, that those are the issues that will win back the voters who feel like they've been left behind. Then there are others who think the Democrats need to tackle those so-called cultural issues head-on, even if it means losing support from some groups. It's pretty clear that the Democratic Party is at a crossroads right now. They've got some big choices to make. They need to re-energize their base, figure out how to connect with a wider range of voters, and come up with a winning strategy for the future. And they've got some tough questions to answer about their direction as a party and how they're going to regain the trust of the American people. So we've covered a lot, but let's recap. The Democratic Party is dealing with internal divisions. They've got a perception problem among voters, and there are questions swirling about their campaign finances. Yeah, they've got some serious challenges to overcome, and it leaves us with this question, something to think about. Could a stronger focus on economic issues, the issues that really matter to working-class voters, have changed the outcome of the election? It's a big question. We'll have to wait and see what happens next. Until then, keep diving deep.